age where everything is accelerating, technologically, socially, spiritually, we turn for comfort to something oddly regressive, the past as aesthetic. Nostalgia has stopped being a personal feeling and turned into a design language. It's not just old things we imitate, but the airs sensations they evoke. Typewriter fonts in digital apps, CRT screen filters on flat monitors, even smartphones that mimic Polaroids with grainy film simulations. It's as if trust itself has become an analog texture. Why do we crave this past that often never existed? It's not just memory, it's a defense mechanism. In the face of rapid change and algorithmic overload, nostalgia becomes an emotional sedative. It offers stability by anchoring us to a simplified version of history, one where everything had edges, flaws, and a human touch. Designers exploit this by embedding familiar textures into products like vinyl players or hand-crafted coffee mugs. These objects don't just look vintage, they feel safe. We call it nostalgia as interface. It's the idea that design mimics analog processes to create trust. But this isn't just about aesthetics, it's a strategy. By embedding tactile elements into digital environments, we're sold not only a product, but an emotional state. It's clever, because instead of trying to convince us to like something new, it convinces us to love what the past could have been. In doing so, designers reframe anxiety as affection and alienation as belonging.
The year 1958 marked America's accelerating Cold War momentum. Seen in the launch of Sputnik, the height.
Authenticity is no longer about origin, it's about illusions. In digital spaces where everything can be duplicated and optimized for maximum engagement, designers are adding flaws to make things feel real, grainy textures, crooked text, hand-drawn doodles. These aren't accidents. They're calculated imperfections. They mimic the warmth of human touch in a world dominated by cold, algorithmic precisions. Like Barthes wrote, signifiance is a process through which the subject explores how the language works and undoes him, but also visually striking. This archival voice from the post-war era echoes in today's user interfaces. What was once a design ethos for physical products now haunts our pixelated screens as an aesthetic relic. We are told to trust what feels familiar, even when it's been carefully curated and repackaged to mimic the past. It's nostalgia, not just for memory, but for a time when objects had meaning by their very existence. The paradox is that we mistake this simulation for sincerity and buy into it. Postman warned that technology redefines not just how we remember, but what counts as truth. In Technopoly, he argued that machines don't preserve memory, they curate it. So nostalgia becomes a tool for control rather than reflection. It doesn't help us look back. It helps companies and platforms look ahead by tethering our desires to fabricated pasts. We are offered authenticity through simulations. But the deeper we get into this loop of manufactured sincerity, the more alienated from actual human experience we become. Nostalgia is not just a feeling, it's a strategy. In modern design, designers use familiar aesthetics to trick users into comfort, even as systems become more complex. This isn't about memory, this is control. When we see vintage fonts or retro UIs, it's not because those eras were better, but because they offer a kind of temporal stability in an unstable world. These are aesthetic anchors, designed to reduce friction and delay the cognitive discomfort that comes with learning new systems. Just this week, the Pope issued a statement on AI that speaks directly to this phenomenon. He warned against surrendering human agency to machines whose logic we barely understand. That warning is not about the technology itself, but what it replaces in us, our sense of control over time and progress. In this light, nostalgia becomes more than design choice. It's ideological armor shielding people from the disorienting speed of modern life.
Modern packaging does more than wrap and hold and conceal. Stunning in color, ingenious in design.
Barth has described memory as a kind of that has been an anchor in time that gives meaning to loss, identity, and desire. But what happens when corporations appropriate this deeply human experience? They package it like software updates, sleek and ready for download. The past becomes a design principle, not an inheritance. We are sold the illusion of continuity through curated aesthetics, as if our longing for the past is nothing more than bad UX. Product designers don't just mimic history. They flatter. As we retreat into nostalgic simulations, we risk losing the ability to confront what is new. This isn't just a design problem. It's a cultural paralysis. When everything feels like it has been done before, innovation is not celebrated. It's met with skepticism and discomfort. We mistake comfort for wisdom. The result: a society that can't even remember the urgency of change because the past is always there to cushion the blow. And in this state, real progress becomes impossible. replaced by a passive consumption.